We're next going to look at the muscles that control the knee joint, flexion and extension of the knee joint. So we have basically two groups of muscles. We have in the anterior the muscle group called the quadriceps femoris. These will be the extensors of the knee. So we can name it as one muscle, the quadriceps femoris, but it's actually made up of four muscles. We've already looked at one of them, the rectus femoris, because that muscle extends anteriorly to cross the hip as well, so it's a flexor of the hip. But it also crosses the knee joint in the front, so makes it an extensor of the knee, along with the three other parts of the quadriceps femoris: the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedialis. And then we'll look at the posterior compartment of the thigh, and we'll see those three muscles again, the hamstrings. We'll see their names. They are the biceps femoris, semimembranosus, and semitendinosus. These not only cross the hip joint, as we discussed earlier, and extend the hip, but they cross the back of the knee joint, and hence they are also knee flexors. And these muscles are direct antagonists to one another with opposite functions. Here would be your quadriceps in the front. You've got your rectus femoris, vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, and then underneath these three you would see the vastus intermedialis, which is right here. And you can see them on this view as well: rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis. Anatomical view. So in the anterior compartment, we have right down the middle, there's that long muscle that crossed the hip joint. There is the rectus femoris. Rectus femoris. On the medial side of that, we have the vastus medialis. Notice it doesn't cross the hip joint, it attaches to the femur, so it only crosses the knee joint down here. Laterally, we have a little bit of a larger muscle called the vastus lateralis. That is right here. These three muscles, as well as if I remove and hide the rectus femoris, I see another muscle here called the vastus intermedius or intermedialis, just underneath, just deep to the rectus femoris. All four of these muscles make up the quadriceps. They come together to form a tendon right over the patella here, which we call the patellar ligament, which attaches to the tibia, just below the tibial tuberosity right there. So those are your quadriceps. Those will extend the knee or straighten the knee, and only one of them, the rectus femoris, is also a flexor of the hip. We'll now look at the anterior muscles of the thigh that are going to control the knee joint. They're going to extend the knee joint or straighten out the leg at the knee joint. And this will include our quadriceps femoris muscles, which composed of four muscles. They are, again, right in the center, we have the rectus femoris. We have over to the medial side the vastus medialis, and over to the lateral side we have the vastus lateralis right here. Vastus lateralis actually extends past this, what we call iliotibial tract, which comes down all the way from the tensor fasciae lata. But here's the also part of the vastus lateralis, this whole big muscle right here underneath. Okay, those are your three main hamstrings. Three main quadriceps muscles, and then we say there's four for quadriceps. You take off the rectus femoris, and you'll see this muscle underneath would be the vastus intermedialis right here. Extensors of the knee.